Welcome to the End of the Day podcast, the only podcast where at the end of the day,
Day's gonna end.
Okay. All right, so we both just absolutely demolished that, so it's intentional at this point. Anyways,
I know I did it on purpose.
Well, good. I'm glad that you can admit when you're wrong. This is a podcast where I do with my friend Regulus here, my co-host, where we just talk about whatever we want.
That is true.
That is true. We do be doing. I've noticed that in several of the recordings, listening back on them, that I tend to repeat the funny part of the joke a lot, and I will try to not do that. It is my own personal tick that when I hear something funny, I want to be the guy who said the funny thing. So I'm going to try and not do that.
It's weird that you didn't repeat the Wee Berwin joke then.
That's because I said I only repeat the funny thing.
Okay. So, I got a question to start off with. So, let's say, not you, but somebody asks you who isn't very versed in, not very comfortable in the kitchen, right? They know how to cook a couple things, but they're not super comfortable. Like, hey, my partner's coming over. I don't know what to make. What would you recommend somebody who isn't super comfortable in the kitchen make for their significant other if they're trying to impress them?
A super easy thing to do is always tomato soup and a grilled cheese. It doesn't seem, impressive of a meal, right? It's just grilled cheese and tomato soup, but homemade tomato soup is super easy and people will be like, "Oh my gosh, you made this? From scratch? You didn't use Campbell's?" And it'll taste 10 times better.
That is... Go ahead.
No, go ahead. That is
not what I was expecting you to say.
But... What, you expect me to be like, yeah, get some steaks? No.
I was going to say, I would have recommended like a meatloaf. I feel like meatloaf is good.
Meatloaf is good, but you also got to get some accoutrements with it, not sides, like mashed potatoes, and you can get with those steam bags of vegetables to do that too, or you can make asparagus. But no, I think a soup is really easy. Soups are very easy because if you mess up a soup, it's so easy to correct it because soups are literally just throw bullshit in there. Did you over salt your soup? You put in too much salt. You can cut that out by putting a lot more potato in it, because potatoes will soak up a lot of that salty taste. The potatoes will be nice and salty, but it will reduce, it's not going to take away that over salted flavor, right? But it does kind of just, it lessens it, right?
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, I'm not hating it. I feel like that'd be kind of cute, but I don't know how impressive that is for some tomato soup and some grilled cheese.
You would be surprised how many people see homemade tomato soup and lose their shit that it's not Campbell's. And they're just like, "What? He made soup?" That's one of my wife's favorite things is the tomato soup that I make. But also that means grilled cheese night. But
I feel like you can do I feel meatloaf's a good one because it's kind of hard to mess up meatloaf. Yeah, it can be a little dry, it can be whatever, but there's a billion recipes for meatloaf. Find one you like, and maybe do a test meatloaf before to make sure you know what you're doing. And I know this is gonna ruffle some feathers, but you can use boxed mashed potatoes if you're not super into cooking. You can use a boxed mashed potatoes, and you can use corn on the cob, bruh. That'll be perfect.
I will wholeheartedly disagree on the box mashed potatoes. You can buy a bag of potatoes for the same price that you buy that box, and now you have a whole bag of potatoes to do other things with.
Yeah, but they're not a cooker.
They're not a cooker.
They don't do the cooking. I'm just saying, it's kind of hard if you're not used to making potatoes.
Well, that's the thing, though. Cooking is about messing up and learning from your mistakes. If you mess up mashed potatoes, you still got a whole bag of taters to use. Don't cheap yourself out on expanding your skills or repertoire by getting, the pre-made box stuff. I'm not looking down on pre-made box stuff, right? I like the box pastas and stuff like that, but, don't limit yourself to doing that. Like, allow yourself to make the mistakes because that's how you're gonna get better at cooking, right?
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if you're not comfortable and it's your your significant other's coming over and you're trying to like throw something together that they'll like, if you mess up the potatoes, what are you gonna do? You're gonna have to order McDonald's on DoorDash and then lie and be like, I made this.
I made this. You made the boxes too? Yeah, I 3D printed them.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Why is it made out of cardboard if you 3D printed it? What?
Cardboard filament. What? You don't know? And then slap them.
Get out of my house!
Get out of my house! You insult my cookery! But yeah, I think just allow yourself to fuck up. Like, even if it's somebody that you're trying to impress, be like, yo, I tried my best. I just messed up. And you know what? I think that person will respect you more for messing up instead of just being like, oh, I unboxed this for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm saying keep working on the potatoes, but like short notice, your first time cooking, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, personally.
No.
Also, couple hacks if you don't know how to cook. Just add butter. Dead ass.
Just add butter. To potatoes, butter goes a long way.
Oh, your vegetables are tasting kind of bland? Butter. Salt, pepper, and butter. That's like, that'll turn like an average tasting thing into like, people will be all of a sudden impressed by it. Depending on.
Oh my god, there's salt in this? Yeah, there's some pepper too. PSG, pepper, salt, garlic. That's the holy trinity. Not to be confused with the other holy trinity of celery, carrots, and onion. But that's for down south, down in Louisiana.
You're down now getting us some Cajun food.
Down now, you're getting some Cajun food. Oh, fucking. All right.
Pre-season stuff is also good. I'll say like a jar of seasoning, like Tony Chachere's or like Old Bay or like.
Or if you go and get like a pot roast, like the pot roast kit comes with like the red potatoes, the carrots, the onions, and stuff like that, and they get that little seasoning packet in there. That's good too. Put that in with your pot roast.
Do you want to weigh in on this and see if all of our Italian viewers will be gone?
Okay.
How do you feel about breaking pasta like spaghetti?
I don't give a shit.
I don't care either.
I gotta tell you.
I used to. I like, because when I first heard it, I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah." And then I've been doing it, and I'm like, "For what?
For what? It literally means nothing." Oh, you broke the pasta. Just sit there. My nona's heart is fucking breaking because you're breaking the pasta. All right, how about I break my foot off in your ass? All right, it's pasta. Get over it.
I have a 6-year-old. I'm gonna cut it up for him small anyway. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Or you make chicken parmesan. Like, if you want to make a quick and easy chicken parmesan, you know those little chicken patties you get in, like, the frozen food section for, like, the school lunch chicken patties, right? Yeah. Fucking get some jarred sauce, put that shit on there, put some fucking mozzarella, put those in the oven. There you go, chicken parm. Easy peasy. Not having to split the breast, flatten it out, coat it, fry it, and then make your own marinara, all that jazz. Because that shit gets... I get the convenience of doing that, but I also get, like, if you want to expand yourself, like, culinarily wise and, like, actually learn how to be doing shit in the kitchen, then, then challenge yourself by doing that. Or make a schnitzel, because, like, a schnitzel is, like, the first half of a chicken parm. But, yeah.
Get out there and cook something.
Get out there and cook something. It's not that hard. Don't be scared. Don't listen to Gorgon Ramsay about cook. Actually, his YouTube stuff is like very like low key. Like he does a lot of shortcuts. Don't watch YouTube chefs. That especially ones who names rhyme with Basua Geisman, because that guy is a fucking weirdo.
Watch Benji with Babish. He does it step by step. He's a cool guy.
Yeah. Speaking of cool guys, I got this really cool guy sitting out in my front porch. I don't know if you saw him when you came over. His name is Mr. Bones. And for every season, we have been dressing him up in different things. He right now has like a big bunny ears and like Easter glasses on. So that's all I want to talk about with Mr. Bones. I like him. He's fun.
Is that in honor of our Baldur's Gate?
The
Alliance
Baldur's Gate
poster?
Mr. Bones. The Chad Mr. Bones.
Say what you want. That guy got us through some hairy shit.
That man got us through the entire sewers of that fucking game.
It's like, oh man, these gelatinous monsters do a lot of damage. They're so far away, you can't get in close.
Mr. Bones
the
can.
skeleton.
Let's not forget Mr. Chad Elf Necromancer, no shirt, walking into a battle doing some light reading.
Way scarier than the barbarian with two like dual wielding two-handed axes. I'd rather fight that guy than the guy who's reading. Catching up on Twilight while he's beating my ass.
Yeah, you know they made Dorn a half orc in later games.
That's cool.
I think it was cool. I mean, it doesn't really matter that they changed him. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, he was a human. I don't care.
I, of all people, don't care about orcs or half orcs being changed. I need some representation.
Need some representation. Well, we need more lizard representation and things too.
All right, government spy.
All right, well, I told you not to tell anybody.
You know, so I promised I would report back on Lady in the Water, and I wish I hadn't.
Yeah?
So, I swear, you remember the commercials? They were all, like, dark and mysterious.
The
and,
lady in the water.
The lady in the water.
Don't let her touch you.
Yeah, no, not a horror movie at all. It's
really?
No. Like I turned off all the lights. I got my popcorn. I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch a scary movie. Getting in the mood because scary movies don't really affect me because I watched a bunch when I was too young and I think, now they're not as fun. So I try to make it fun. I try to like even if I don't think I'm gonna be scared watching it, I try to go in to have fun.
Yeah.
And I very, very quickly learned that this is not a scary movie like I remember. And my attention started to go toward my phone a little bit until I was just watching TikTok with Lady in the Water in the background, and I turned it off. The movie, I'm sure it's a fine movie, but definitely not a horror movie. And I looked into it because I thought I was going crazy because I swear I remember the commercials were like that. And all of the reviews, you look on like Reddit or whatever, people talking about, they're like, I thought this was supposed to be a horror movie. What is it? And like, you go watch the original trailer, it's like all dark and like I said, he does like the lady in the water.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, there's just straight up a lie. Cool.
So what was it supposed to? Is it like a romance? Is it like a thriller?
It's kind of like, so I guess it's based off of like a story that Shyamalan told his daughters. This guy's like a night manager, and this water nymph thing lives in the water.
Oh.
And he pulls her out, and she's like trying to be around humans. Is boring as hell.
Oh.
I didn't like it.
It had good old Freddy Rodriguez in it. How could it be bad? Who the fuck is Freddy Rodriguez?
I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying I was expecting a horror movie, and now I'm like, I'll watch it again maybe, like now that I know what it is. But I'm a little disappointed that I was lied to 13 years ago.
I was
More than 13. It was probably like 20 years ago.
I just looked up Freddy Rodriguez. He's not who I thought he was. He's from Chicago, though. Hey. He looks like the guy from John Wick when like they bring in the car and he's like, yeah, who'd you get this car off of? And he punches him in the mouth.
Oh, the Aurelio? Or
he looks like the guy who played as Aurelio.
Okay, cool. I like him.
Anyways,
he was in The Menu, an actually good scary movie.
No, The Menu is a really good movie. Holy shit.
Ralph Fiennes.
It was a fantastic movie.
I'm just going to start naming people in that movie.
Oh, he was in Mucha Lucha? Mucha Lucha was a great kid's show. I don't know why that show ever ended.
Is that where they had to like gather the luchador like
No,
accessories?
they were like in a school and like they were learning how to be like luchadors and stuff like that. Oh,
I think it was like the movie special where they had to, I don't know, whatever.
maybe. Let's see. Mucha Lucha was canceled in 2005 due to its combination of declining ratings, disappointing commercial performance of tie-in video game, and low toy sales. Despite strong early popularity, I thought it was pretty good.
It was pretty good as well. You know what else is a good scary thing? Scare Tactics.
Scare
You ever
Tactics?
see the show Scare Tactics?
No, I have not.
With he's a comedian, I forget his name, this is embarrassing, but he hosted the show, and
with Tracy Morgan.
Yes,
I wouldn't say comedian very far, but
Tracy Morgan does stand up.
Oh, he does.
Okay, we don't. Okay, whatever. We're not gonna get it. We're not gonna drag Tracy Morgan on the pod.
All right,
he's a legend. All right,
he's a legend.
Anyway. That show was crazy because they had like half the episodes. I swear they had like a little person on standby.
Yeah,
and they would just put him in costumes, and that was the scary thing. And I'm like, who greenlit this? Like I remember one where they were doing like, because the premise is right that a friend hooks them up with like a new job or like going to a concert or something, and then all the actors around them play into the bit, and it's like the one person is getting set up, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I got you this like a extra money job to be like an exterminator. And they go into this house and it's like all torn up. There's like huge holes in the wall, and they're like, the guy who's like the actor, the exterminator, who's like whatever, he's like, yeah, they told us they had a bad rat problem here.
Bad rat problem.
And there's like little person sized holes, and it's like I gotta go out to my truck and get something. You stay here and you take a look around, and like the little person in the rat costume peeks out of one of these giant holes. And the guy comes back, she's like, I think I saw it. And the guy's like, oh, in this hole right here, he like puts his arm through, and the little person like grabs it and starts like biting it. And so a lot of times they had to like recut because clearly the person didn't give them the reaction they wanted.
Yeah.
This lady was supposed, I'm assuming was supposed to like run over and try to help him or something. No, she beelined for the exit. As soon as he started getting attacked by the rat, she's like, all right, that's none of my business.
Not my problem.
They like reshot it because they got to do their like their catchphrase, which is like either the monster or the person, you know, whatever, is like, are you scared? And the person's like, yes, I'm scared. It's like, well, good, because you're on Scare Tactics.
Oh my God.
Friend Jody set you up.
I would beat Jody's ass the second I heard that. I'm in my car, not even waiting for them to cut. I'm running out to go beat Jody's ass.
Well, Jody is usually there. Jody or whoever is like watching in like the recording room or whatever, and they're like, oh my God, they're gonna get her so good.
Well, Jody is about to catch these hands. This is gonna turn from fucking Scare Tactics to fucking World Star Hip Hop or whatever the fuck that shit is.
I think my favorite one, and I think it's kind of, I don't know if they got canceled or they stopped doing it or something, because this guy, they're pranking this guy, and they were going to a concert, and they're like, hey, don't bring your knife, because I guess the guy brings his like big ass hunting knife everywhere. He's like, don't bring your knife. They won't let us in the concert. You know, they do pat downs. Don't even bring it. And the guy's like, okay, fine, I won't bring it. And they're driving. No, they're driving to the thankfully, you'll find out in a second. They're driving to the concert, and there's like something in the road, and the guy, like an actor who's like driving them to the concert, pulls over. He's like, oh, what's that? And like a hitchhiker like comes in the passenger door, and he sits in the passenger seat, and he's like, "Oh, can you guys just give me a ride?" And he's like, he looks all disheveled, and he has like this bag that, you know, like a mystery like duffel bag or whatever.
The mystery bag.
And he starts saying like weird stuff, and the people are getting uncomfortable. And he's like, you want to pull over here? I gotta take a leak. And the guy's like, sure. And the hitchhiker goes and he grabs the keys, like, just to make sure you don't take off on me. And he goes and leaves. And then the two people in the back are the one guy's friends. They're in on it, and then the driver is the actor, like with the prank. And the guy's like, I should have brought my knife. This wouldn't be happening if I had my knife. And I'm like, that's precisely why they told you not to bring your knife, because you would have stabbed this. So the hitchhiker comes back, and he keeps being creepy, and like he says one thing that sets the guy getting pranked off. He like lurches forward and just starts delivering haymakers in his mouth. And his friends are in the back like, stop, it's a prank. And the guy in the driver's seat's like trying to pull him off of his friend because they're both actors together. He's like, no.
Stop it again.
Where they definitely had to recut it, because you should look up the clip, because the guy is like, you can see fucking where they tried to cover it up with makeup. There's like bruises, and like he's all disheveled, and the guy who was punching him is in the back seat all embarrassed, and he's like, are you scared? And the guy's like,
are you scared?
Yeah, I'm scared. Well, good, because you're on scare tactic. Like, he didn't try it all, because he just got his ass beat in the front seat.
Good, I'm glad.
Good, you're on scare tactic. I'm like, yeah, I probably didn't get too many actors to come back after. They charge the monster, the bad guy, a lot. I don't know what kind of insurance they had, but must have been good.
Must have been great, because I would not go in there to get this shit beat out of me.
Yeah, I bet that guy quit. I'd quit.
I would.
You should watch that clip. It's fucking crazy.
I'll have to watch it after this. Oh, you know who would be really bad in scare tactics?
Yeah.
Ethan Winters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would have none of it.
He would have none of it. That man wanted to get the hell out of that house. Listen.
Are you scared?
Are you scared?
No. Charges him,
just fucking pulls out a gun and just shoots him like, God, Ethan!
Tactics! Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, it's scare tactics. Where's my daughter? I can't believe.
Your daughter's the one that set you up.
Yeah, the infant child that gets taken away. Listen, Ethan didn't really have it any bad. He was being chased around by a big vampire mommy and like 3 hot vampires. Like, I mean, is he really in the bad part? Or I mean, who's really the victim here?
It's true. I mean,
we also
she like licked his wrist, and I'll be like, nah, you don't need to take me anywhere. I'm good right here.
I am good right here. She cuts off his hand. He's like, ah! And then he just grabs it, just puts it back on. Ah!
You're made of mold, Ethan.
You're made of mold, Ethan. I can't believe people don't like him.
Reveal.
Yeah, that is a weird. I mean, well, in Village, you already know, like, you know, you've been cut up and stabbed and shot and, you know, had multitude of bugs in you. I mean, at some point, it just becomes less scary, and you're just like, now I gotta put it back on. Get my hand cut off. Give me that. Yeah.
That's how like my parents would act, like what like Robitussin would do.
Just put on the old hand. Take some Robitussin. Your arm is broken in several different places.
How sick or injured you were, a little bit of Robitussin.
Ooh, Robitussin. That's the military's way, too. Take 2 Motrin, change your socks, drink some water.
Change your socks. Dude, that's like when you go to school. Anytime you went to the nurse, you got like saltine crackers, and that was it.
That was it.
I wish I was a school nurse, because that was the extent. They'd like take your temperature, give you some water, saltine crackers, and send your ass back to class.
This'll
as
fix
long as
you
it
up.
wasn't 100 degrees.
This'll fix you up good. Here you go. Eat these crackers. They're salty. It's good for you.
It'll help you, I guess.
The salt will help you. Like,
That's not what I'm here for. My dad is beating me. Well, salty cracker.
That salty cracker. Why are you coming to the school nurse if your dad's beating you? Oh.
You gotta go to the counselor who will also do nothing.
Who will also just give you saltine crackers.
Shit, you get to the counselor's like, have you been to the nurse?
Have you been? Did you get your crackers?
That took a dark turn.
That did take a really dark turn. We went down a really dark fucking corner.
There's so many, like, dark kids shows, too, that, like, that were supposed to be adult shows.
Oh, like Ren and Stimpy.
Didn't. Yeah, but for whatever reason, they were like, just don't say swear words and just give it to the kids.
Yeah, I mean, the same thing was with Invader Zim. That was supposed to be an adult show too. I think Our Real Monsters was also supposed to be a show for adults as well.
Yeah, Cow and Chicken.
Rocco's Modern Life.
Rocco, yeah, he worked at a sex line.
Yeah. And then Cat Dog too. I think it was all the old Nickelodeon shows. Nickelodeon was just like, take out the swearing, take out the tits, give it to the kids.
Regular Show is supposed to be an adult show.
Yeah. Which they're getting a resurgence, so it will it's going to be more adult because he did the other show. I think it was like what was it? Was it like Good Enough or something like that? No. I can't remember. It was like taking care of kids as like 30-year-olds. Like a kid is a 30-year-old parent. It was a good show.
Yeah. That made me think if there's any like adult shows that were supposed to be kid shows and they're just like throw in a couple F-bombs and show some tits and we'll put you on Adult Swim. There
was an adult show that I remember. It was like weird CGI. It was called Tripping the Rift.
Mm-hmm.
And it was not a kid show at all. But I remember watching it as a kid, and then all of a sudden, my dad's like, "Whoa, you're not supposed to be watching that."
Get out of here.
Let's get this out of here.
I respected when they switched from Cartoon Network to Adult Swim. That King of the Hill was like the buffer when you knew that it was about to get dark.
King of the Hill is such a good show, though.
Great show. I mean, you can enjoy it as a kid and as an adult, but that's when you knew, like, as soon as King of the Hill is over, you're going to see some shit.
You're going to see Family Guy or American Dad, or... It's not until you get late night where you get, like, you know, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law.
Those, like, 3 a.m, like, 5-minute shows on Adult Swim, like the quick little thing.
Yeah.
Scariest thing anybody's ever seen.
I loved like the weird transitions that like those like Adult Swim would have in between shows and stuff like that. I absolutely love the aesthetic that fucking Adult Swim has. Cause like even today they still have that same like weird transitions, weird music videos and stuff like that. But
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Love good old Adult Swim. Bring it back. Bring back the weird like 90s Adult Swim stuff.
It was weird, like having networks go all day all night, because they would just like they didn't know what to do with those like 2 a.m. slots. It's like, all right, we're gonna do Fresh Prince of Bel-Air for 9 hours straight on Nickelodeon.
Fresh Prince, Family Matters, Fran.
Oh, you get all your regular Nick shows, and then like George Lopez at 4 a.m.
George waking up in a deep sweat. 2 a.m. to see George Lopez's fat head on my fucking TV.
Oh my!
What was even the point of George Lopez? Was it like to show George's life as a family man? Was it supposed to be like a sitcom? Is it like
Man.
who fucking knows? It was a train wreck.
You know how much money George Lopez must have made off of that?
Oh,
because they
tons.
just repeat it all the. I'm sure you turn on Nickelodeon right now, Nick at Night right now, or they're playing fucking George Lopez. I guarantee you.
Let me see if it's still being played on TV. Yep, the original George Lopez sitcom from 2002 to 2007 is still being played on television at night.
Well,
God,
collecting those checks.
Collecting them checks for something he made almost 20 years ago. Or was 20 years ago.
It's a good investment.
Good investment. Back then, you only really needed one show. I mean, Friends, like Seinfeld. Fucking Seinfeld, piece of shit.
Oh, let's not get a tangent on Jerry Seinfeld.
I really want to. But yeah, you just needed to have one sitcom show and you're set for life. And if you tried to do another sitcom show afterwards, like with Joey, everybody just hates it for some reason. They all loved Friends. Then the Joey show is like it's bad. It's ass.
Spinoffs rarely work.
I feel like there has to be a time where a spinoff was just as good. Or better than the original. There we go.
I think
Frasier from Cheers was better. Yeah, Frasier from Cheers. This is just what Google's telling me. Better Call Saul. I mean, I wouldn't say that's better, but I would say it's just as good as
I can get down with that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people say whatever the name of the show with from Young Sheldon, the brother. They did the spinoff show.
Young Sheldon is also a spinoff of
Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
But George and
Mandy.
Yeah.
George and Mandy's first marriage.
I've never seen a single episode of Big Bang Theory, Young Sheldon, or the First Marriage show, other than like all of the context is exclusively on TikTok.
Clips on TikTok, yeah. I remember I was sitting next to the old wife while I was playing Stardew Valley one day, and she was just watching the entirety of George and Mandy's first marriage on TikTok. Like, cutting out all the guff, just getting to the main points. I was like, I feel like I'm there. I feel like I'm watching it.
And then it's like also like randomly on TikTok, it'll like pick a movie and you'll watch like one clip of like the Shawshank Redemption. Yeah. So you watch all of it out of order and you're like, cool. It's a much worse viewing experience than if I just sat down and watched it.
I remember I don't know if you get these on TikTok Live while you're just scrolling through, but like people will be playing, like they'll be watching a movie, but they're playing Guitar Hero, and anytime they talk, that's the notes of the fucking song. I was like, you cannot be doing this for real. Like, what are you doing? Why am I watching Shrek, but I'm literally seeing Guitar Hero notes for Shrek talking?
That's genius. I like that a lot, actually.
I see that and I'm just like, bruh, come on. Just do something else. Why are we here?
It's like the people that like put on like the boxing or MMA fights and like hold a controller.
Yes! No, the Twitch gets rid of that shit real fast now. But speaking of Guitar Hero, this band wasn't in Guitar Hero, but they were in Rock Band. Chevelle, for some reason, just making a resurgence out of nowhere. Haven't heard Chevelle since I was like 8. But I guess I've been hearing them on TikTok a lot. I've been seeing them on I've heard them on the radio the very seldom times that the radio comes on my car. And I'm like, is that fucking Chevelle? Oh, yeah. I'm cool with Chevelle. I don't think they're bad. I just think they were like a early 2000s band. Like they were big with like their first album with like Send the Pain Below and The Red. But I
Okay, I
mean,
do know. Okay, I know the songs.
yeah, not a
I
bad
was trying to
band.
think about. Man, they've been around.
Yeah.
All right.
Another good band though is Deftones. Real good band.
I like their album cover, the Flag Doctor Twinge. It's pretty
Yeah.
dope. I like that.
Anyways, yeah.
That's always nice when a band can bounce back after a while.
Oh yeah.
Just
I think it's because
what's it
people are
called?
like, I haven't heard Chevelle in a while. Oh shit! That's it.
Like Panic at the Disco before everyone left, and then it was just Brendan Urie, and then it was ass.
I like some Panic at the Disco, but that guy is such a prick. Like it just puts a bad taste in my mouth when I listen to them.
You and everybody else that was in Panic at the Disco agree. That's why they all left, except for him.
It's so bad.
I remember they had their big hit, "I Write Says Out Tragedies," and then they had like another album that was good, and then it was like nobody heard about them, and then all of a sudden they came out with like, I think This Is Gospel was that one, and then they like wrote an album for Taylor Swift when it was just Brendan Urie, and it's like, okay, let's pack it up, boys.
Let's pack it in. All right, we're done here. Yeah. Boy. It seems like a lot of those bands just kind of like all the early like 2000s bands. It's either you're a legend or there's that one fucking guy. It seems like goes with a lot of these bands. Be like, oh yeah, do you remember? Well, I guess Rob Zombie kind of was that one fucking guy when he was with White Zombie. Because, like, in interviews, he's talking, like, you know, when they were all on the tour bus going from place to place, he was in a car behind the tour bus. Because they just did not fuck with him. Damn. And they wanted to keep making, like, more electro-punk, but he's like, no. The way is heavy metal. Like, we got to start, take our sound, just make it hard, like, more metal. Let's actually, like, get some music going. And they're like, no, you don't know what you're talking about. Clearly, he did know what he was fucking talking about.
Of the two of them.
Yeah, of the two of them. I don't see many White Zombie fucking shows nowadays.
Not exactly.
Yeah, I don't really see a lot of them. He was kind of the face of... He's kind of the face of a lot of things he's a part of,
Yeah, I mean... He's the guy.
He is.
How do you feel about the
new Zombie album? What?
We already talked about the Zombie album. I'm talking about the Rob Zombie Halloween.
The Rob Zombie. I think they're really good. It's like a hillbilly white trash take on a suburban home.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of his style is white trash. Good style. Good style. I can't say. You know what? He knows what he's doing. I like his music.
Can I confess something to you that it took me way too long to realize? I mean, it wasn't recently, to be fair, but I was like 14 maybe.
Yeah. That was a bit of a while ago, bud.
Well, yeah, but it's still kind of like, and for how long I've been listening to this song, which I'll get into in a second, it's embarrassing.
All right.
Mockingbird by Eminem, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a thing where it goes at the end of the song. He's like, you know, I'll buy a diamond ring for you. I'll sing for you. I'll get everything. I'll give you a mockingbird. And he's at the end. He's like, and if that mockingbird don't sing and that ring don't shine, I'm gonna break that birdie's neck. And I'll take the ring back to the jeweler who sold it to you and make him eat every carat. Don't fuck with dad.
Yeah.
I was like, why is he? Is it because he was an 8 Mile and he's B Rabbit? Is that why he's gonna make? Is that like why he's making him eat carrots? And
yeah,
I heard the he went to Jared, or like I forget if it was like it's like, come by our 24 karat gold. I'm like, oh no, oh no,
Yeah, bud.
oh no, karat is how they measure gold.
Yeah, it's a purity test, bud.
I have those all the time where like some cringe just hits me out of nowhere. It's like, remember when you thought this? Remember when you said this? Remember when this happened? It's
Yeah,
like, yes.
laying awake 3 a.m. at night, and you can't fucking go to sleep, so your brain just starts playing the greatest hits of cringe.
You're driving, it's like a particularly boring drive, you know, the music's on but you're not really listening, and all of a sudden that comes popping into your cerebral cortex and you almost take a left into a tree.
Hey, remember this? Yep, I do.
Oh man, reminds me of a memory. Like, there was this girl when I went to a certain small town school,
Yeah.
like in 5th grade. Yeah, it must have been 5th grade. There was apparently the school was kind of like out and away, and it was kind of in the woods, kind of not, but it was surrounded by woods, and there was a mattress kind of like, you could see it from like the playground, but it was like kind of, so it's clearly somebody just dumped their mattress, right?
Yeah.
There was a girl who was my older siblings' age, maybe like a year or two above me, right? And for whatever reason, they started a malicious rumor that that was her mattress. Like, she was a promiscuous girl, and she would take dudes to go and be and couple with them on the mattress. And everybody spread that rumor.
Oh God.
And I don't know where it came from, but I was one of the lucky ones. Not to sleep with her on the mattress. Let me be clear.
Not to sleep.
But I was friends with her brother, so when like there was like rumors came out that her and this other guy got suspended for using that mattress. You know, it's a small town.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, whoever's dad is the police commissioner, whatever, and then he hears about it and spreads it around school. But I heard it from him because I asked him, I'm like, trying to be like nice. I'm like, well, surely she didn't get caught with some dude on that mattress. He's like, no, that's exactly what happened. And I think about that a lot.
Yeah.
Poor girl.
Poor girl.
I don't know if the rumors were true beforehand, or if she was like kind of like bullied in that way and then she just like leaned into it. But I'm like, I'm in 5th grade. Why am I like, why are people talking about this? Oh man.
Yeah, that's wild. School rumor turns out is true. 100% true.
Oh, it's always true. It's crazy.
How many school rumors do you think were true when we were in school?
Oh, all of them.
All of all of them.
At least the ones that I've been spreading.
At least at least the ones.
What were they gonna do? Fact check me?
That's true. What are you gonna do? Go ask the person? Do any bit of research or ask anybody a single question? Not in high school. Absolutely not. Just take that shit as fact.
Tell malicious lies and then.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Have
you ever been shocked? I haven't, by the way.
Shocked?
To see like somebody. No, shocked.
Oh.
To see somebody in like but like who's been like arrested or whatever in the paper that you used to go to high school with?
Absolutely not. No.
Never once in my life.
Saw somebody who was he was arrested for poaching, and I was like, yeah, it checks out.
Like, yeah,
not even gonna question it.
There was a guy that we went to high school with that like I worked with, and he was the guy that like he hit somebody on the motorcycle, and he was drunk. This is his 3rd DUI, by the way, and he finally killed the guy. And I was like, yeah, sure did.
Not surprised at all.
He hasn't matured a lick since we were in high school together. I'm not surprised that.
Can't imagine. As somebody from a small town growing up and maturing, couldn't be anyone I know.
You only got 10 years for that, you know that?
That's fucking
crazy.
wild.
Third DUI while on probation, killed a guy. 10 years.
10 years.
Okay.
That's okay. Thanks.
Justice has been served, I suppose.
That's why it's called Justice. It's just us. Avatar tie-in. Speaking of Avatar tie-in, the Avatar set for Magic, I just played against a Earthbending deck the other night, and boy howdy, is that a weird. That is a not weird, but it's fucking rough. It's rough to go against.
Is it not good?
No, it's really good for the person doing it. Here, let me pull up the exact ruling for it.
Okay.
MTG. Here we go. Basically, you transform a land into a 0/0 creature with haste, adding +1/+1 counters. Basically, you get to throw a land at somebody with +1/+1 counters at it, and if it dies, it just goes back to being a land. Super fun.
Oh. Yeah.
But I think that would be good for you because you tend to brick every single time that we play, whether it's on table or on the computer.
I've been looking into a deck that's just exclusively lands. It's my only chance.
Have you looked into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles deck?
No, I heard that they're good. I know you.
I have it.
You question why it's
okay.
a thing.
Here, let me get this rant and spiel out of the way. Sure. I like Magic, right? Mm-hmm. I just don't think some collaborations should be in there. And I will say, as much as I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that's my jam since I was a kid, right? But when I was a younger kid, I kind of got out of it in high school a little bit, but I like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't think it belongs in Magic, and especially that deck, because holy shit, I got board wiped 3 times, still just coming back out of the gate swinging. It is
coming out of the
rough.
Sewers.
Coming out the sewers, coming out the streets.
What a wild... You ever sat down and think about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as a thing?
Yes, I even read the old comics, and I was just like,
Who?
Mutant Ooze evolves some turtles, and this rat who apparently knows karate is just gonna train them and raise them.
I got an idea. Teenagers, okay,
all right.
Yeah. Not bad. You know, a lot of young talent like Spider-Man. Okay. Mutants. Ooh, we doing a
X-Men yeah.
No, I like it. Ninja. Ooh, that's a new thing. They have super stealth and their turtles. Come again?
What?
What was that?
That last part right there. What was that?
Are they super stealthy? Not really.
Nope.
Do they have a technique where they're go into their shell and hide? No, they got nunchucks and
twin side.
They mostly just beat your ass. Okay, how did they become turtles? No, they were always turtles. What? Yeah, somebody flushed them down the sewer, and then some toxic waste got on them, and that's what made them mutant teenage turtles.
Oh.
Do they go around on all fours? No, they're bipedal. Well, that's terrifying. How did they become ninjas? Well, you see, this rat had Bruce Lee as its owner, and it learned kung fu, and then it in the struggle, somebody attacked the rat's owner, and then he got thrown down the sewer somehow, and he taught the normal turtles, who then became mutated, to be ninjas.
Oh, by the way, that the Splinter was originally owned by a ninjutsu master in Japan. How he ended up in the sewers of Japan, the world may never know.
All sewers connect, apparently.
All sewers connect. Also, how is the personality of these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles going to be? They're in New York, so they're going to be kind of hard. They're going to be surfer dudes. Yeah,
They're
like
surfer dudes,
cowabunga, radical. They skateboard. It's like,
and they're named after Renaissance painters. What the fuck?
What are you doing? What are we doing
What are you
here?
talking about?
Who's
their arch nemesis? Shredder. Oh, is he like a porcupine or like some? No, he's a human being. That would be stupid. If he was... What?
No, that would be stupid.
He's just a guy.
Just a dude. Really hated Splinter's master. Wanted him dead. Found out that Splinter is the rat who trained them.
No wonder it was independently produced. They didn't have to pitch this to anybody. The two guys that made it did it independently because they knew that this was not it.
But yeah, it started out as a comic.
Great, obviously, but
the comics were a lot more like young adult-esque, kind of. Like, it wasn't like, now you think Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles like kids and stuff like that, but no, it was a lot more brutal back then. A little graphic. But still, I mean, it's cartoony, so who cares? But I loved like the old like The Secret of the Ooze, the second like live action movie. I remember I had that on VHS and I watched it forever. And watching the old like early 2000s cartoon a lot and the old 80s cartoon.
The latest one is pretty cool. They're all like different species of turtle. I think most iterations have been cool.
Yeah, I don't think there's been even like the CGI'd like, Nickelodeon show wasn't bad. I think, it's good because they're meant to be kid shows now, right? So you can't judge them on the basis of like, oh, I watch Longmire. Why the fuck are these turtles like doing kid shit now? It's like it's a show for kids. What do you want them to do? Hey, Raph, I heard that they were cutting up coke. Casey just let me in on it. Let's go beat their ass. Yeah, do you want that? Or like, oh, they're gonna destroy the power grid. Like, that's a lot more like kids can understand power grid being destroyed, probably a bad thing.
Let's power up with some pizza.
Yeah, cowabunga, dude. It's like, well, what are these silly catchphrases? Why isn't he saying fuck like in my show Longmire?
You got something against Longmire?
I've never seen it. As I know, it's about a sheriff and there's a Buxies in it.
Okay. So that's all I know about Longmire.
No, it's got Bushies. I know a lot of old people watch it. I know a lot of old people love Longmire. You know what else is? You know what else is sad about old people? When you go into a gas station to go get a Monster, like, just get a snack for before work, and you see them just scratching away their fucking checks, just sitting there scratching away. I didn't win anything. And they grab another one. Give me a pack of Pall Malls as well.
Oh, Jesus.
It's the saddest shit.
Some of these places have like what's it called? Like slot machines too. You ever seen those?
Oh yeah, they're all over in Illinois. Holy shit.
Like, what? Do you need to hit the slot machine at a gas station?
It's always old people. They're always sitting there. I got my big gulp. I got my hot dog. I'm going to be getting away this fucking Social Security check.
You want to save any of that for your kids?
No. Fuck them. They don't even come and visit me anymore. I see why. Can't imagine why.
Your stoma looks disgusting. You're supposed to stop smoking 20 years ago.
She's smoking out of the stoma. Out of the neck hole.
Jesus. You ever see that? With people with oxygen tanks still smoking?
Yeah,
like that whole thing's going to light up.
My great-grandma was one of those people.
Oh, God. Because she
dead. No, she was cold though. Granny, oh my God. She had 4 different types of cancer. Survived all of them. Saw 2 world wars. Listened to Eminem, 50 Cent, Biggie, Tupac. like this 190-year-old lady just listening to Biggie, and I'm like, who the hell are you?
She about it.
Yeah. Granny was a cool cat. I can't remember how she died though. I think she did succumb to one of her ailments, the many ailments.
One of her many vices.
One of her many. It wasn't even the vices. It was just, I mean, you lived through like World War I and then just see World War II. Like, what do you do?
Die.
Yeah, die, I guess. Just see how long you can go. And it's always the craziest thing because it's like, you see these people who are like, I'm super healthy. I always eat right. I treat my body like a temple. They die somewhere near like 70s or 60s. Yep. The old bag who just sat there smoking, chain smoking pack after pack, hates life, just a ball of hate and anger. She's 137.
Yeah.
And you're like, how?
It's like the old lady whose doctor told her, like, you got to stop drinking Dr. Pepper. It'll kill you. I outlived him.
That is wild.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. That is a beautiful sight right there. Oh my god. Hey, that's a world tip. Just treat your body like shit. You'll live forever.
Jumanji's tip.
Jumanji tip.
You talked about the Tennessee toe sucker. Would you like to hear some of the funny crimes that I have curated?
Lay it on me.
So the Los Angeles 6th Street Bridge, since its opening in July 2022, the 6th Street Bridge has been plagued by copper thefts, with thieves stripping approximately 7 miles of wire and lighting. This has left the bridge dark and unsafe, costing the city millions in repairs. City officials have reported more than 6,000 copper wire thefts in the area, leading to the formation of a copper wire task force to combat these crimes.
Glad my tax dollars go to the copper wire task force.
What about our tax dollars? It's Los Angeles.
Still.
Or how about the Ohio stolen bridge? In a bizarre incident, thieves in Akron, Ohio managed to steal an entire 58-foot bridge. The bridge, which was dismantled and removed from a field, left police baffled, as such a large structure has never been reported stolen before, and the materials used in the bridge were not valuable for scrap.
Hold up, Ohio?
Yeah, Akron, Ohio. They stole a 58-foot bridge.
Akron Bridge. I gotta see this. Theft. Ohio man charged with stealing a 58-foot pedestrian bridge. I want to see this man. Let me see this man. Come on, give me the money shot. I want to see who's stealing a bridge.
For what reason?
How do you do this?
I'm sure
58 feet.
I'm sure you're not going to be surprised to learn that Wisconsin has had many cheese thefts.
Oh, please do tell.
70,000 pounds of cheese were stolen from a cheese store in Germantown, Wisconsin, and then later recovered in Milwaukee. The cheese, which had been stored in a trailer, was lifted from a parking lot at 12:20 a.m. The trailer was found empty and abandoned later that morning. The cheese was recovered later that night. Another 90,000 pounds of Parmesan was stolen from Marshfield's store a few days before and has yet to be recovered.
No, not the cheese.
And then, for one hard luck semi-trailer driver, the routine task of hauling 20,000 pounds of fresh Wisconsin cheese from Green Bay to Milwaukee area led to mysterious crime that remains unsolved a year later.
What was the crime?
That night, the semi-trailer pulled into the storage facility, and this name of the business, he left while his truck was serviced. The property had video surveillance of the chain link fence. By 2 a.m., when the driver returned, his trailer was gone. Someone made off with $46,000 worth of stolen cheese. Where did the cheese go? Where did the semi-trailer wind up? Just who was behind these cheese bandits? A year later, detectives in Wisconsin still don't know.
You got to get the cheese task force on that one.
And last but certainly not least, why would someone go around shaving other people's cats?
I've heard about this guy.
The mystery has the attention of police in Westnaboro, a city in Virginia, Shenandoah Valley, where someone has been taking cats and precisely shaving their underbellies and legs. It has happened to 7 cats since December. Police Captain Kelly says that all cats have been returned otherwise unharmed, but some seem bothered.
I would too!
Walker says all of the cats had owners. They were well groomed and wearing collars. He says police weren't sure what crime had been committed, but the owners would just like it to stop.
Would just like it to stop.
I would also like to please stop shaving my cat. Thank you.
Oh, you out there shaving cats there, bud?
No, I have a cat. I have 2 cats. If I came home and they were both shaved, I'm taking them to the shelter. I don't care.
I don't care anymore. Get out of here, you ugly thing.
There's nothing to do with the cats. I'm not having a cat shaver come back.
I'm not. I don't want to run the risk of him skulking around my house.
Because next thing you know, he's going to be shaving my hairy ass belly, and no.
Stay away from me.
Oh, that's kind of how like serial killers do it. They start with animals and they work their way up to humans.
So what? He's gonna like start with shaving cats, and now he's gonna start shaving humans in the middle of the night. No! Leave me alone! Don't take the beard, please. I got a baby face.
I don't want. Definitely not the beard. But like, I would also be weird if I woke up and my like chest hair and stomach hair was shaved. Like, what the fuck? I go to the doctor and be like, I got mange.
I got mange. You can go to the doctor and tell him you got camel toe, too.
Why would I do that?
Because it's in season. Camel toe is in season every year, says my wife. Because I asked her, I was like, hey, honey, you think camel toe is going to be in season this year? And she says, it's in season every year.
Does that mean that it's fashionable every year? Like it's a good thing, or it's a thing whether we like it or not?
I think it's a thing whether we like it or not. You're just gonna be going around seeing a couple of camel toes.
I think I like it not.
I think
just the name is gross too. That
camel
moose
toe.
Knuckle.
Oh yeah, how about gorilla?
Gorilla Scar.
Yeah, Gorilla Scar.
I made that one up.
It's a good one.
That came from my twisted mind.
Or ham wallet.
We looked up the list one time, and Joe said something that slippery otter.
Drown the slippery otter.
That fucked me up. I don't like that at all.
Oh, that reminds me of the Bloodhound Gang song.
I like Bloodhound Gang.
Oh, what was it? Let's see.
You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals. Do it like they do it on the Discovery Channel.
Oh fuck! I have it right on the top of my, right on the
tip of your tongue.
Yeah.
Well, while you think about that, let me hit you with a hard fact. You know that praying mantis women bite the head off of praying mantis men.
God, I wish that
down
were me.
Bad. That's down horrific.
That is,
and they know it's gonna happen too. They're gonna get their heads bitten off.
Well, you see, here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
I don't think they're working off the same thing that we're. I don't think they're working off the same fucking thought process that we are. I think theirs is eggs fertilize now. They're not be sitting there like, yeah, I'm about to get this mantis ussy.
Mantussy.
Mantussy.
Well, I used to think it was simp behavior till I looked into it. And now they're kind of like Giga Chads because even after, because it happens mid-coitus, they'll just start chomping off the head.
Really get them to finish.
No, they do. They keep going because their circulatory system is different. So while they're getting munched on, they're still thrusting. And I think that is...
that is a little bit down bad then. Maybe they're into that. Maybe they're just into super huge sadomasochisms. They're all sadomasochists. They're just like, yeah, eat the head. Ah! And then just like, as their body just like, finish the job.
It's crazy. Because they got like, their heads are pretty big and their jaws aren't that big. So it's not like 1 or 2 bites. They're like nibbling for a while and they just don't care. They got to get that nut.
Let me see this praying mantis head. Oh yeah, that's a pretty big head. But like their like whole like lower head is all mouth. Oh, there's split lip. Yeah, they're like the fucking elites. They got the old split lip going on.
Well, I hope you guys learned something.
Yeah.
Praying mantis down horrendous.
And camel toe is always in season.
Always.
Anyways, I think that's about time to wrap it on up, don't you?
All right, I'll hit us. Today's episode, Unhinged Lyric, is brought to you by Eminem.
Oh yeah.
I don't give a fuck if this bitch was my own mother. I'd still fuck her with no rubber and come inside her and have a son and a brother at the same time and just say that it ain't mine.
Words to live by, honestly.
Thank you, Eminem.
Thank you, Eminem.
And with that, no matter what's happening, guys, at the end of the day,
day's gonna end.
Yeah.
All right, bye.